Welcome back to Related Conversations podcast, the group chat on steroids. I'm your girl, Melanie. We're here with me and Murray, Sincere,
Yo.
and we got a special guest today. We got Lay in the house.
Hi.
And she's here to talk with us on love and romance.
She's here to disagree.
Oh my God.
That's not very loving.
No, obviously.
That's not very loving. Okay. I guess since you have that to say, I can start off. I would like to ask you a question since you are our guest of honor.
Oh my.
Do you feel like you've experienced love in the way that you desire at any point in your life? You
That
need
is
to take
such
a-
a deep question.
That's deep. Yeah. You
So
pick
for,
that
like,
up. Pick that up. Pick
My
that up. Pick
first
that up.
question as a guest,
We just dive right into it.
Immediate.
in the way that I desire,
Yeah.
not completely.
Do you know what that is? Because I think a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want love, I want this, but they don't really know what it is that they want. They just kind of replicate what they've seen others have.
I think that now I know what it is, but I do feel that I've had to fall in love a few times and it not work out to analyze what it is that I desire when it comes to love. I don't think that I totally knew what I wanted because I've watched other people's love stories and never had my own, what I truly wanted from love. And I think that the older I've gotten and the more I've experienced, it's changed.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
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 Because like with wisdom, or excuse me, with experience comes the wisdom to know.
I was gonna say I don't think it was completely wisdom. I think it was more so like I don't want to say stupidity, but I was blind a lot by love, and I think that a lot of things that I thought was love wasn't.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Fellas, anybody else got anything?
So yeah, I'm just.
You say you fell in love a couple times?
I have.
So what makes you think it wasn't love? You said you thought it was love.
I said I don't think it was completely love.
Like,
I think that it was, in some shape or form, love. The feeling that I have had for those people was love. What I believe that they've had for me was love. But was it the correct type of love that I desire? No. Is it how I want to be loved going forward for the rest of my life? No.
So you didn't know what you wanted. You just went into it kind of blind, and you kind of like figured it out along the way. Like, oh, this is the kind of love I'm getting. This doesn't work for me, or this is great. I always want to have more of this, or like, how was that?
I mean, I feel like I watched like my parents, I watched my grandparents and other people in my life go through what their idea of love was. And those are things that I realized some things I want, some things I don't. And then I went through my own experiences and I realized, okay, I liked this about this person and I did love them. But was this completely love because of what they were doing to me or vice versa? No. I just have a certain way that I would like to be loved, going into my older years. And what I've experienced in the past is not what I want. That's not what I desire. No.
Was your love defined by on what your expectation of love should be, or is it defined by who you're getting it from?
That's definitely a question on one of these cards. Fuck you.
My fault. I
That's
fucking read
crazy.
them. My fault. Please.
That's
If we
crazy.
get into this shit, we get into this shit. We gonna talk about it.
Clearly.
We gonna talk about it. Your idea of love or your idea of the person that's loving.
I mean, while you're thinking about it, though, wouldn't you always want to be loved based on the expectation that you have of love? Otherwise, it's not satisfying you.
Correct.
Agreed, but is your expectation for the person or is your expectation for the love?
I think my expectations in general.
I was like, can you separate the two?
Yeah, because I don't.
You can separate the
Yes, because y'all
two. You can separate the two.
You can separate the love that you want with the person that you're getting it from?
Yes, because if the person that ends up showing you the love that you expect may not be the person you want showing you that love.
Yep. And y'all do that all the time.
But how do you know?
Thank you. Please
I
finish.
I don't understand how you would know that because you don't love someone in I don't love someone in 5 seconds. So you're saying I'm with someone, but they're not the person that I want that love from, but I love them.
So do you even look at it as love?
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer that question. Has there ever been a moment in your most recent years, once you found out what your type of love is, have you ever said to yourself, or in open conversation, damn, this is the love that I want, but I don't want it from this person?
Right. That's what he's saying. Not that you in love with the person.
Right.
I
You so
Alright, so look,
for me.
I know what you're trying to say.
So hold on, man, real quick. So for me, it would be, I love the love that I'm getting. I don't love the love that I'm getting from the person that's loving me.
Because I would have wanted this love from my ex.
Exactly.
I feel like
Dot.
I'm going to say this and I'm going to regret saying it when man said it to my right. I feel like that is a very male-centered type of sentiment.
No,
I'm not saying, hold on, let me, because like this, I feel like, and just hear me out for a second, 'cause I'm formulating this while I'm thinking it, right? Oftentimes,
AKA making it up as you go along. Gotcha.
I'm not making it up.
Mhm.
I'm thinking it out and speaking at the same time. Don't disrespect me, sir.
Okay, big words. Okay.
Yeah, because you know, stop
Yeah.
playing with me.
Mhm.
Any fucking way,
Mhm.
small words.
Mhm.
A lot of men will end up with a woman, right?
Mhm.
Because of the things that he can get from her. And what I mean by that, I don't mean like in the same way gold diggers end up with rich people. I'm talking about a man they tend to want to be cared for, right?
Mhm.
Statistically, let me just go there. Older men, and I mean older as in like the second half of their life type of older, if they're divorces or whatnot, they'll always seek a partner or end up with somebody. And it's not because she's the love of his life, it's because she's there to be able to provide certain kinds of nurturing and care that women are said to provide in the society that we live in, right? She does not need to be all of those things that he desires for the love that he wants because he's seeking something separate. There's a separation of the two. Whereas women consistently want those two things in one. So if you desire me in a way and you're showing me a love that I want to have, I'm not thinking about it as you're showing me love. You're just someone I don't want. Whereas a man can be able to separate it, and I'm speaking just statistically. I'm not saying women don't do this before you hop down my throat. But I'm just saying we don't tend to separate those two things in practice when it comes to intimate relationships.
And I definitely have a thought on that because I understand what you're saying, but what do you get out of longing for a love from somebody that you weren't getting it from before?
You don't. Which is why you don't keep the person you don't want the love from around.
So why would I dwell on that if I'm not going to get it from them?
Never said you do it though. I
Oh,
asked
you
you
just
questions
asked
that
if I do.
happen. Yes.
Okay.
It's happened now. So thank you for segregating men versus women when it comes to that aspect.
I wasn't doing that. I said I didn't
You
say
literally just said
I'm not
men
segregating.
typically.
I'm not segregating that. I went to a full actual stat. You can look that up. And I'm not saying that women don't do. I said statistically,
Okay.
when it comes to that, it's
Mhm.
literally there's research, there's everything. You can look that up. I'm not saying it's a man versus women thing, but it is definitely more of a male-centered type of distinction. That's all I'm saying.
So even based on the statistic, it sounds like it's still segregated. It's still based on man versus woman. Even if it is statistic, whether you read it, looked it up, Googled it, Bing, whatever it is, wherever it came from, it's still a statistic based on men versus women, right? Right or wrong?
No, it's just about men. Everything about a woman, and I hate this because in this podcast specifically, we constantly end up on, well, women do this and men do that, and it's always a versus thing. Some things about a man has nothing to do with a woman, and this is that. It being male-centered I said nothing about the woman-centered. I said it's a male-centered research study that you can look up. And now you automatically equated that to an opposition between a man versus woman. That is you creating that versus.
I did. You then went back to women saying typically women want both for men.
It was for clarification so that you could understand because I already know that I was going to end up doing this with y'all. What the fuck? Continue.
Audience, this be the bullshit I be talking about.
No.
That's all y'all know. All right, this be the bullshit I be talking about.
Say that a lot of fucking females said fucking before.
Yeah,
A lot of fucking females. No, I'm just saying, a lot of fucking females. Is it that question he asked? Is dead center of that fucking question. That they get the love from somebody that they don't want it from. They want it from somebody else, but it's not the person that they want from.
I have literally looked on Facebook, looked on Twitter, and seen males put out a status saying, laid up with someone but thinking about somebody else. And you gonna sit in my face and say that it's a lot of females.
Mhm.
I don't see no females saying that. I see males.
If you see,
saying
listen,
males.
all right,
saying
so,
that.
right. If you see males on Facebook saying that, laid up thinking about somebody else, and females are still fucking them.
What does that have to do with love?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Because- That's what I'm saying. When they want the love from somebody else, but wish that this person was like this person, is because they only with this person because of the fucking, or it's history, or you know what I mean? Like the person that they like, yo, you're not the person I want the love from. I wish it was this person. This is how they treat them. This is how they make them feel.
So I get what he's saying, but this is, of course, as usual, this is where I play devil's advocate at, all right? Just so you know, niggas, y'all fucked it up for most men. I just want to put that out there. Niggas do dumb shit like that.
Yes.
The difference is that there are some women who do that. They journal it, they put it in a diary.
But we don't put it out in public.
Right, I was about to say that. You push my sentence. Yeah, you heard what she said. Because they think better than us. That's the problem.
They post more shit about niggas.
But
The problem is that again, this is the piece where now men look for in this aspect, men look for the affirmation for other niggas to sit there and co-sign the dumb shit. And then when women see it, it's moments like this where it's used against us. Like, damn, you putting so what the fuck? Why you keep putting your business out there?
I'm not using it against. I'm just bringing it up because y'all try to say that women are always doing it, but y'all literally do it and
You
then
ever
post
seen a
it.
nigga post some shit like that?
Yes.
I was about to say.
Yes. I don't agree with
I
it.
had to look it
I
up.
don't agree with it. And if it's somebody I know, like I'll text them personally or inbox like, yo, you fucking stupid. Why would you put that up there? That's dumb. Because that's me. That's a moral thing for me. You don't post shit like that. That's a close personal conversation. Like, yo, I was with Shorty the other night, but damn, I wish what's name was here. That's a personal conversation.
Allow me to get us back on track real quick because I want to say something to what you said. You said if someone is giving you the kind of love that you want, but they're not the person you want it from, right? If someone is giving me a love and I don't want it from that person, that is undesirable. You can do all the things that I would want done in a relationship from a man, however you want to look at it. But if I don't want it from you, that whole package is now undesirable. So it doesn't matter what you do. If you're not that person, that connection, that kind of feeling, that kind of chemical connect with you, it has to be there. Because there are many people who can give the things that you know that you want over time that you've discovered about yourself. Who it comes from is more than 50% of importance for that. It is more than 50% of importance. You ever have a girl and we know in the last episode, niggas be cheating. We've had cheating in the past, right?
I don't say niggas be cheating, niggas.
Obviously,
Okay.
Obviously, all of them don't.
Okay, all right.
Say what?
All right. So
In the past.
people have cheated in the past. In this podcast, the three of us have all cheated on someone in the past. And which means that you've had a sexual relationship with more than one person at a time. When you've done that, however long ago it was anybody ever holding a candle to your main chick? Wasn't that always a bit more special for you because of who she was to you? You don't have to answer. Just think about it. That distinction here, it matters because you're getting coochie. You might have did the same moves with A that you did with B, but A has your heart, and that is all the distinction that you need. It matters.
But B is not showing me what A is
Right,
showing me,
so
so that's
you
different.
wish A-
How the fuck is different?
That's different.
That has to do
A got
with
your
That's
heart.
doing everything.
So you wish A was doing what B was doing because A got your heart. You wish
Did you
A would treat
understand what I
you
meant before
the way-
y'all got into that there was a fucking
Wait, what would you mean?
it was a fucking metaphor, first of all, and now you're trying to take it and you went left. Shh. Did you understand what I was
He gonna
saying?
get too many of those. I done count
Did
3
you
already.
understand that there was a difference?
We
That
15 minutes in, I done count 3 already.
Did you understand that I was saying that even if Lady B is doing this or not, whatever, that's not the point. The point was that it was a difference because this came from the girl that you love more than your side chick. That's all I'm saying. Did you understand that when you laid with your girl, it felt different than what it did from your side chick? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That is the point.
But what's
So
the
if
point?
somebody is giving me love and it's everything that I want, but it's not the person that I want it from, it's just as undesirable as if he was fucking up and not doing it at all.
I know, and that's what we're saying. It's everything you want, but you wish that your heart was doing the shit that your side chick was doing. You wish it was coming from A.
Right, but now it's not desirable. That answers your question.
But you still gonna do it, even though it's not desirable.
I mean, that's a whole nother, that's another territory. You decide to go down that path because you could end some shit because it's not what you want. You're like, you know what?
You like
I'm
the
doing this
feeling.
shit is not for me.
You like the feeling, but you wish A was doing it. You like the feeling that B is, I mean, you know this person is going to show you that love that you wanted, but you wish A was the one doing it.
No, I didn't come to argue that because I don't feel like it's just the 4th time. So I'm just going to say I'm agree to disagree. I am. I'm
to the next
hey,
one.
I'm
All
just
right,
agree to
let's
disagree.
because this is love and romance. Let's talk a little bit about romance, right? Because
Hello.
well, okay, first of all, let's start here. What does romance look like to you? What does romance mean to you? What does
Want
it
me to go
mean
first?
to you? Yes,
I should go
love
last.
you to go first.
Oh, shit.
No,
Because I
please
feel
go
like
first.
I feel like females pick and choose.
How
Here
the
we
fuck?
go.
What does
you
romance mean to
asked
you?
you that. You said females.
What does romance
females, nigga?
mean
You always
to
talk about
you?
females.
I'm a
You're
man.
not a female.
Bro.
What does
All right,
romance
all
look
right,
like?
okay.
Romance means to me, you know what I mean? Like,
You don't know.
no,
Yeah,
I can't even finish my
All right,
sentence.
go ahead.
Fuck, bro.
Go ahead.
Romance means to me is me showing you with my actions in different ways how much I care about you.
You want to be more specific because
Okay,
that was
all
literally
right.
nothing.
All right, because if I go into detail, y'all gonna start going in. All right, so example. If we go out on a date, I can go out on a date with you without there being no type of romance. But we go out on a date and I come with flowers. You know what I mean? I set the shit up. When you get back home, is some shit like, you know what I mean, laid out for you to put on. Like I'm adding shit to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using a date as an example. Like I'm adding shit to it. We can just go on a date and I don't have to say
I have
shit,
a follow-up
do nothing.
question to this.
That's my definition.
No, I just have a question.
Okay.
I have a question. Because when she did ask you about romance, you talked about, well, when you talked
But I
about,
didn't even go into
no,
that.
it's
I
not,
said
I'm
three
not
words.
talking
I said,
about,
I feel like
bro,
females-
let me fucking talk. I'm not
You
even
can't say
talking
I
about
didn't do.
I'm not even talking about the female. All I had to say was when she asked you about what romance means to you, you talked about how you would woo a female, but you didn't talk about what you desire from that romance. Like you didn't speak about what you want from romance. What I'm saying is that, in my opinion, hear me out. Men deserve romance too. And you
one of these cards,
and-
the left side,
Oh,
this
I'm sorry.
side, studio.
But you didn't answer a question about what you want from women. Like, how do you want a woman to woo you?
Listen, you know why I didn't answer that?
Because you never had it.
No, it's not my definition of romance. My definition of romance is me doing the shit for
But
you.
I want to know why. That's why I'm asking.
All right,
I want to know why is
that right there turned me on when I get you all turned on. That's my definition.
Okay.
If I'm doing all this for you, if I'm giving you the romance and you all over me, because just you making me feel like I'm the only nigga in the world is.
Do you know what the love languages are?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your top love language?
So
Because you
just-
haven't talked like.
because you're just going from one thing to another.
Well,
That's
because
a whole different-
I'm
this
still in
is
the
all
angle to make
feeling
sure
good
they
because
see
you
my
keep talking
faces.
about pleasing women, but you never talk about.
but that's my
How a woman-
romance.
So
Okay.
wait,
You talking about
Which
me?
is why I asked.
May I? Let me ask you, just to and right in the middle of y'all thing. It's right. I'm keeping it here. So romance for you is something that leads to some type of like gratification because you've made her happy.
Right.
Usually sexual gratification.
No.
I'm just
Just-
asking.
No. That could be like, you know what I mean? The icing on the cake.
Okay.
But just on some shit like, oh, like, know what I mean? Like,
She's smiling, have a good time.
yeah, like I swear, I like just she can just like words. That's one of my love languages. You know what I
Words of
mean?
affirmation.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'd be like, babe, I love you. Thank you so much. You make me laugh. Blah, blah.
That's more like praise. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying
I'm
here.
talking about after I did what I did. If she telling me like how she feel, how she like it, or whatever. Because to me, if you do all that for me, I don't really need all that. I'm talking about my type of romance. I don't need all the extra shit for me to be like, oh, I'm so happy. Like, thank you, babe. I don't need that. I just want to feel like I'm the only fucking man in this world that you want.
So can I ask, do you feel like that's your idea and what you know from romance from experience, or do you feel like you've also never been in a space where you've been allowed to explore what romance would look like if it was given to you, if you were
It's from
receiving
experience.
it?
It's from experience.
So you know, like you've received romance, like I don't need this shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
I done got
I'm
flowers.
just very
Oh.
interested.
Girl done bought me flowers.
For me, my
Okay.
idea of romance is
Yeah.
the continuation as well as the elevation of my love languages. I'm a simple dude. I like simple things.
Meaning?
I'm my fault. Oh, I was leaving the wrong way. You're right. My fault, killer. I'm a simple dude. I like simple things. So like keeping the love languages that we got going on, like romance for me is keeping that going in the house, keeping it going on a day, keeping it going day by day.
A little more specific, because like keeping it going. How?
Okay, so my love languages are words of affirmation and quality time. Okay, with that being said, if I come home and I tell you about my day, and then as the conversation is going, be like, yo, man, you did that shit. That's the fuck I'm talking about. And then quality time, we're just sitting there laying there watching a movie, and dinner's ready. Whether I cook, you cook, we laugh and joke and all that. That's a phenomenal day and night for me. Now, the elevation of that is, babe, don't worry, no, listen. I know you did your thing today. I got you. So for me, it's that one step higher. We don't even have to have a conversation about it. You give me that without me telling you what's going on. And then again, either I cook, you cook, we go out to dinner, whatever it is. For me, that's quality time. Like I said, I'm a simple dude. I like simple things. So it doesn't have to be gifts. It doesn't have to be now. Have I had all that in the past? Yes. I loved it, but I didn't enjoy it. I loved the gesture. The gesture was great. Like, oh look goes on the bed and candies and baskets and just all this other shit. Okay, it looks great. It looks phenomenal. So now what's about to happen is that we're about to move all this shit off the bed, and then we're going to end up getting into bed.
I just want everybody to put
So-
this back and realize when I said this shit, and when he said it, he said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
was
don't
about
want
to
to pay
ask
attention to that.
Lay, honestly, so based on what they're saying as a woman, is this what romance, is this what you would define as romance, their views? Or is it looking different for you? Because I've got my thoughts, of course. Yes, me.
No, I don't know. I don't want to pick apart anyone else's love, but like, I don't see that as romance.
I agree with you. And
Okay.
I think this is why there's so much discourse on it, because in general, just like Anthony said, he's simple. I think in altogether, men are simple creatures.
Agreed.
Honestly, as long as you feed them, fuck them, give them peace and stay loyal, they're good. And for women, our romance isn't that simple. We want to be kind of wooed, and our romance makes us feel special. It's an elevation of regular everyday things. I'm talking to you, communicating. That's an expectation for the relationship. So I want romance, like when you pick me up, oh, you bought me flowers. I want thoughtful little things. You was out and you saw this thing and now you got it for me. It might have been $5, but you know I would have liked it. But I just feel like when it comes to romance, it's like that. It doesn't always have to be like grandeur, like with the hotel rooms, the balloons, and the hot tubs and all of it. It doesn't have to be that, but it needs to be something more than what we would do on a regular Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes, Anthony, how can I help you? I'm sorry, sincere.
The only thing, telling people you know me. Listen, I believe the question was asked, "What is our idea of romance?"
I got you, and now I asked
Well, she
her,
just
what does
actually,
hers look like?
if I agreed on that, and I agree with her, I just
For
I
her,
feel like
Right.
for me, what I realized when I date men, because I see myself as a very romantic individual. I love romance. I'm a lover girl, and I think that the men that I've dated in the past, where we fell in love, they haven't had that. So when they meet me, it's different because I'm that extra person.
That what you provide?
that extra person.
No, I'm the extra. Like, and it is simple. Like,
Like I said, what you
so
provide?
it'd be like me, like I'm leaving to work. My type of men are hood men, so I always leave the house before them. It's like me leaving a note so that they wake up to it. I'm very simple, but I'm like the person who takes the extra mile. I think of them first. So those are the things they'll text like, "Yo, bro, you like this made my day. Like I woke up and this was beautiful, and it's just because I thought of you. Like I always make a man feel like, okay, I might have a busy day, I might have to do this, that, and the third, but I'm always thinking of you
Why y'all?
because I'm that romantic.
You just stop me asking me a question.
No, sure. I know.
You can stop me.
I know
Why
it's
you?
up.
Why?
I know
Why
it's
you?
up.
Why y'all type is never like y'all?
Oh, shit.
What does that mean?
Like you're not a hood girl.
I'm not.
Why your type is hood men?
Mm.
I mean, this is a question.
That's a good
It's
question.
because a lot of girls is like that.
That's a good.
It's not my complete type, but also, like I said earlier, with the experience
That's your preference.
and wisdom, it's not.
Oh,
But
You
I
shut
had
the fuck up spoken into your cup. God damn. He over here.
Okay, no, let's not say.
No.
Shut up. She got sense.
My younger self, yes,
Okay.
but I have a son now, and I've grown to learn what my love should look like. and it's not with that.
Yeah, because I honestly feel like a lot of females is like that. I know when I get to that, a lot of females part, you start going crazy.
I mean, in this vicinity that we are, there's a lot of slim pickings. So
It's
a
really
lot
not.
there is a lot.
It's
it is.
really not though.
No, it is. It's slim pickings
It's
here.
really not.
It
I
is.
promise you, it's not.
It is. It's slim pickings.
Oh, well,
Define
hold on,
here.
hold
Define
on.
here.
No, don't define here. Hold on, because I want to piggyback off this right now.
Mhm.
It's not slim pickings. Have you found your person? Have everybody you've dated been the exact kind of
When
person
I
you
say
want?
slim pickings, I'm talking about in the mirror. I'm not saying I'm a motherfucking top choice,
Right.
but I definitely dated people that's in my motherfucking mirror.
And maybe
I don't understand.
What I'm saying is for slim pickings, right?
Right.
When I feel like females, y'all should date in the mirror. Most females are attracted to men that is nothing like them, not on the same path, not the same vision,
Right.
nothing.
So
hold
the
on a
first-
second. I'm gonna let you go. One second.
'Cause I
Like
got-
you said, you usually date people that when you get up before them. You know what I mean?
So
I don't know. I'm taking it as they didn't have a job.
the first love of my life, I met in college. We were both in college.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work out, obviously. Cheated on me, had a baby on me.
Sorry.
Was going to church with his family, and I was. Look, you saying date in your mirror? That was my mirror. He was the finance major. I'm a marketing major. I'm thinking I'm doing everything correct. He's coming to my house because he lived in the city. He's coming up here during breaks and everything. I dated in the mirror. Got shitted on. Then next man.
Real quick, can I just add that date in your mirror?
Yeah, 'cause
Date-
that's what he
but
said.
No, but still, date somebody a reflection of you. I like that. That was deep. That's a bar.
No, let her go. Let her go.
That's a bar. I
Let
just
her
want to
go.
put that out there. That's a bar.
Okay. Next man. Hooder. Did have a job. But also had a side job. Know what I'm saying? I guess that's not dating in my mirror because he did the side job too. Didn't work out. Not because it just didn't work out. Was great. Third, fell in love. Completely hood. Didn't work out. But I did obviously one of all three, and none of them worked out. So what does that have to do with how they loved me? Because their job has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
You're saying I'm not dating in my caliber, but is their caliber compatible with my love? That what they do in their job doesn't have anything to do with how they love me.
All right. So when you came up with your list and you started off with the college person,
Yes.
I'm going off what you said before that. You said
Then I dated women. I did date two. I
Right.
fell in love. We're talking about love.
Like I'm not thinking you date two. I'm thinking that's what you go
But
for.
now I
What
hit you with
men-
this. The answer my question.
Why I can't finish talking?
Are their job? What do they do in their life have to do with how they love me?
What they do in their life has to do with
How
they
they
love
love
me.
me? Yes, because this is about love and romance.
All right. So perfect
I still
example.
don't know what here means.
Albany.
All right. So look,
Oh,
perfect example, right? I'm trying to see how I can put it.
Yeah, I think I stumped.
No, you ain't stop me. You ain't stop me because look, it's like it's just basically it's just plain and simple.
this nigga went through the car.
Oh, my fault. It's basically fucking white and black. If you're a hood nigga, you're gonna do hood nigga shit, right?
Okay.
Right? No? It comes with you being a hood nigga, right? What you so stunned about?
I'm still waiting for you to revert that back to love.
I'm asking you a question. If it's a
Okay,
hood nigga,
I
now what
get
you
it.
said, what that got to do with them loving you, right?
With how they love
How
me.
they
yes.
love you, right? If you're a hood nigga, you're gonna do hood nigga shit, right? Right?
Okay.
You scared to say
Oh my God, move on.
No,
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I want her to understand.
You doing all the stolen around my
No,
throat,
because
please.
Because listen, if you're not the hood girl, the shit that he want to do or the shit that he's doing not going to line up with what you want to do or what you're doing, even though they treating you a certain way or, know what I mean, like blah blah blah. You looking at it like, oh, I know that's the type of shit you do, blah blah blah. Because look, all right, so I'm gonna give you an example.
I
We
gotta
have-
ask you a question.
Yeah, please.
Because look, I'm gonna give you an example. I can't even give an example.
Because
You can't. 'cause
put that shit
No,
down.
because nigga, because
Oh,
we
shit.
all right. So, all right, we know somebody that
Okay.
has a fucking what is like. I think she got a bachelor's,
Okay.
right? And she basically started a family with a fella,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And as time go by, you can kind of see that's your type.
Okay.
Like, why don't you try to date somebody? You know what I mean? That's like,
Well, okay. How about we do it like this instead of trying to pick apart this person that we can't all speak on right now? For you, what makes you choose your person? Do you only choose people that you feel like you would look in the mirror and they have the same experience as you?
we kind of got the same shit.
So you don't think if you met somebody and maybe she has a fucking PhD and she's traveled the world, did 7 things you didn't do, but y'all have an attraction, or you would pursue that because you would feel out of her league, or she was out of your league? Like, what do you mean?
I never came across nobody like that.
But if you did, would a cutoff for you be you can't look in the mirror and
I
see
probably
yourself?
honestly, if I did, I probably wouldn't even be attracted to them.
So in this hypothetical situation that hasn't happened, you are attracted to this person.
No,
Would you not allow yourself to?
No, hypothetically, because they kind of say we attract.
Okay, so
So you know that opposites attract too, right?
Yeah, opposite do attract.
Okay.
Okay, so
I honestly like never been attracted to somebody like I felt like was like.
so if it sounds like you date a very specific kind of person, what makes them stand out? Like if you dated, Ashley, and then you dated Toya, and you look in the mirror and you can see you in both of them, what makes them stand out to make them be your person? What makes you decide this is the person I want to take a chance and pursue love with, to deal with them in that way? What is it?
Once it starts with physical attraction, once I get to know them, if I find out she smoke all day, like if I find out she has all the hood qualities, I know I don't smoke. Like she just said, nigga, you got ankle braces on. She's fucking shocked. I'm not in the fucking hood, nigga. I don't have beef. If I find out she has all these qualities, I don't like her.
But now we're talking about this situation you do. We're talking about someone you do like nix that, right?
So I gotta act like I like them?
No, you didn't answer the question. You went completely to the negative.
Because
didn't say
that never happened.
But what I'm saying is, people that you dated in your life, right? You said you look in the mirror, you want to see somebody that kind of reflects the things that you understand and can relate to. What has made you decide, like you got kids, right? You've been in a relationship with like your kid's mom. What is it that makes that person stand out like you're going to be the one?
I just told you, when I get to know them, once I get to know them, once I see like we have the same qualities, I like them. Once I see like they got hood qualities or they do this and do that, I don't like them.
But I don't feel like
Is this love and romance or is this dating game?
We're definitely about to move on. I'll say that one.
Well, no, because I just feel like you're equating people's lifestyle, like how people live their lives, but that's not the same thing of how they love you. Like I don't equate that. That's why you said how can I date people who are not on the mirror of me, because how they love me sometimes doesn't have anything to do with their lifestyles, and that's how I feel. If you're loving me in the ways that I need to be loved, and you're fulfilling those needs, like that's different.
Okay, so a nigga could love you the right way and be and have no job, be in the street, have felonies, drug dealer, but he love you the right way. That's okay.
I'm not saying it's completely okay, which is why I said my desire, how I would like to be loved, and my desire to be loved has changed the older I've gotten. But I'm not going to sit here and say that people who are not in those type of fields have not loved me in a way that at that time I desire.
I'm not saying they can't love you the way you want to be loved, but don't you want the other part too? You saying like
which is why I said that it's changed now.
All right. So, okay. Back to, love and romance, because we kind of, we veered everywhere.
Stay tuned.
So,
as you
we're not having, I don't know. Okay, so now I think we all can agree that there are different kinds of love. We love different people for different reasons. They fit in different facets of our life. What kind of love is a priority for you? Anthony, Sarah, let's move over to you.
What kind of love?
Yeah.
Damn. Out of the ordinary but consistent love. And I know it's been a while since it's been defined like that, but it has to be consistent for me. Be the same. Don't get me wrong. I know there's ups and downs. I know there's good days. I know there's bad days. But that doesn't mean you have to stop loving me the same.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
A situation, a concern should never turn into an issue, turn into a problem that changes the way you love me.
Mm-hmm.
It should be vice versa as well. From men to women. All right? If we argue, we argue. It is what it is. Does that mean I'm going to stop making sure that you have lunch? Am I going to stop making sure that those text messages come? Am I going to stop acknowledging the phenomenal woman you are? No. You should have did the shit you did. I should have did the shit that I did. But that shouldn't stop the way our expressions of what got us here should be on pause, should then rewind, should be backtracked. All of that has to be consistent across the board. Be that same loving person that you've been since day one. I know there's multiple versions of you, cool. But I love you for who you are with all those versions. That's for me.
Okay. And with your experience, what kind of love is a priority for you?
I would say a growing love. I want love that grows over time. I've been able to witness that. My grandparents got married about a month ago after being together for 21 years.
Wow.
Is my grandpa my blood grandpa? He's not. So he came into my life when I was 8. I am now 29. And he has loved my grandma for 21 years, and it's grown. He moved her out the hood. He grew a business with her. He loved her kids. He's loved their grandkids and now great grandkids, like they were his own. You could never tell that we weren't blood because I've watched their love grow, and it's been a beautiful thing.
That is very beautiful.
Not to say that their routines have grown. No, they're older now.
Right.
They still, watch Jeopardy together and eat dinner. Where my grandma brings his tray out and she irons his clothes and gets him dressed. Yes, it's literally a classic older love. But the love that I've watched my grandparents have for each other has grown, and that is something that I want. That's the kind of love I want.
I'll say for me, the kind of love I'm giving priority to right now is an unconditional love, which is the love I have for my son, because that's what we related. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, right? I've had what I think is like my great love. I've had that person that I experienced the love that I wanted to have, even if it was for not a full forever type of time, right? And I've experienced me being able to look to the fullest potential of love I'm able to give a intimate partner. And I don't think that I'm in a place where I would be willing to search for that. However, with that great love came something ineffable. I have a child, and that love right there, that is the only unconditional love I can give, because everyone else owes me something if you're in my life at all for whatever reason. But my son, you disagree?
I just made a face.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I went to my Rolodex to make sure I owe you shit.
If we're friends, then you owe me some type of whatever our friendship is, and just like I owe you. And family, work, whatever. If you stop providing me with certain things, or I'm stop getting whatever it is I need, or things get too hard between us, you are at risk of being cut out of my life. My son, that he could be fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. He can have ass in his refrigerator. That's still my baby. Nothing is going to turn that away, and that is why it's unconditional. So I focus on that love there. And I'm not saying that it's a love that's replacing an intimate love, but I feel like focusing on that love there means any love that I allow in my life other than him, it's going to be a lot more pure. I'm going to be a lot more unrelenting
about that.
Okay.
I'm a single mom where I feel like my son, I feel the same. He is my entire world. Do you feel, because you said you already had your great love, that his love is enough to last you for the rest of your life?
His love, I do not believe that the love I get with, for, or from my son is one that is going to replace the yearning for an intimate kind of love. Okay. However, it does allow me to be disciplined when it comes to allowing that kind of love into my life, because I'm already experienced. I'm 36, and I'm already experienced when it comes to these kinds of man-woman relationships and what I want and what I'll deal with. And now having this here shows me that I would never step back on what it is I know I want, expect, deserve, because I also give a lot. So if I focus on this place where I'm coming from, if I'm in a place of love, when someone begins to start courting me, which is what we're going to move into next, FYI, then I want to be able to get not exactly what I get from my son, but it needs to feel just as pure,
So
just
you're
as
just more
honest.
disciplined.
Yeah, a lot more.
Okay. I can align with that,
And
which is why I
unrelenting.
asked. Which is
Unrelenting.
why I asked.
Yeah, unconditional love. That's the love I want. I agree with you 100%. Everything you said. Honestly, I feel like I never even fucking had love
Really?
until I had my kids.
Oh, and until you had your kids.
I thought I did. I thought I was in love. I thought I had love, but I feel like I gave up too easy. That wasn't love. I feel like let me say something.
Because I got a question. I got a question.
No, let me say something. Let me just say something real quick. I feel like the times I thought I was in love, I really believed I was in love. Once I had my kids, I realized I never was in love because, like, it'd be little things. Like, I'd be like, man, nah, fuck that. Done. And now that I think about it, like, when you say, like, with your son, I don't give a fuck what my kids do. I'm never turning my back on them. I'm never done. You know what I mean? Because I love them no matter what. Like, I love them no matter what. But it don't have to be that back with a relationship, but that's the kind of relationship I want. Like, I want that unconditional love because I was in a relationship. I feel like I had to be perfect for us to work. If something went wrong, it was over. That's why he was always going back and forth, on and off.
Do you think there's a possibility to get unconditional love from a partner?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I totally disagree with
I
that.
think so.
Unconditional love?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What does that? I mean,
Hell yeah.
unconditional.
Hell yeah. I feel like you gotta learn the
Please
person.
Don't step.
Well, because I wanted to ask him if he feels like he's getting unconditional love because he's married.
So, yeah, so to answer your question, ish. So the woman that I'm with, all right, and this goes for history up until now. I felt like I have love before. I take that back. I have had love before, whether it be from now, wherever it is, and them kids, I got a few of them too.
You know what?
Don't get me wrong, I love my kids unconditionally. Unconditionally. All four of them. I love them unconditionally.
We gonna get him condoms for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking kids.
Mind you, business.
That's a lot of fucking kids.
Okay, but I mean, so you know what? That's a different topic. That's what we talking about today. For me, I was not at a place in my life where I was able to accept the love that I wanted and was getting from the women that I was dealing with. So it's a little different. It's not that I didn't feel like it was being given to me. It's not like it was never presented to me because I can be vocal about what I want. I can be emotionally vocal about what I want. But just because you give it to me doesn't mean I'm ready to accept it, which means I'll act a fool. 9 times out of 10, I'll cheat. Again, the old me. I'll cheat. I'll step away from my relationship and have no remorse. Where at now I'm at a point in my life where I'll actually have second thoughts, even window shopping. Like, I window shop just go like, damn, that shit crazy. Hell well. And turn the music up. And then keep it pushing. Like, before, I'll sit there and beat the horn, get her attention, and then say something, whatever it is, with somebody I know, somebody new, whatever it is. But at this point, now, as it's come back around, and it's come back around from an aspect of a view of somebody different, not somebody I've revisited, now it's like, you know what? I now have no excuse. I now can no longer say, love is not there for me. What is she not doing if I'm not, A, vocal about it, B, presenting what I want out of this relationship, and C, just also saying, hey, look, listen, this is where I am, this is where I'm at. Why am I going to keep playing this game? As this 40-year-old man that I am, I can't keep playing these games and going back and forth thinking that love is not there, but in all reality, I'm not presenting love in my situation.
Okay.
Now I feel like with your question, I feel like it's definitely possible to have unconditional love
Between a
man and a
partner?
woman. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is what I learned at this big old age. I just learned this because I get frustrated fast. I get
Okay.
frustrated fast. Like, if you ask me a dumb question, I get frustrated. Like, why the fuck would you ask me that? You know the answer.
Or if they put you to sleep with the air conditioner and the fan on.
Yeah, shit like that. I'm never coming back here again. Cold as hell. But this is what I learned. If you really fuck with this person, you have to learn them, and then the shit that they do that bothers you won't bother you because you know this is how they are or this is what they do. You know what I mean? Like if I knew that about the fan and the AC, you know what I mean? At the same time, if I knew that, I would have been kept coming back.
I love you enough to disagree.
But and another thing, all right. So I'm gonna give you an example. I like to give examples.
Because I got a question.
Me being on house arrest, I gotta be in a house at 9, right? Gotta be in a house at 9.
All right.
I will have somebody text me after 9 and know I'm on house arrest. Where you at? It'll frustrate me because you know, nigga, I can't be nowhere but in this house. And I'm the type of person that I'll get mad and I'll say some smart shit.
You are
Like,
the pettiest motherfucker. Bro, are you fucking serious?
no, listen.
Yo.
I'm telling you. Listen. I'm telling you. You gotta listen. I will get mad and I will say this. I won't do this, but this is what I will do until I learn. You have to just let them do that because that's just who they are. They just that's just who they are.
Even if saying where you're at to check where you're at to make sure that you're
Wait a minute.
No. It just no. This is not no. Listen, this is not a real thing that happened. I'm giving an example. It's not a real thing.
So wait, I kind of feel like what you're saying though is that you would condition yourself to be accepting of the love that you're getting, regardless of what it is you want, because you decide that you want to be with this person, and then you're labeling that as unconditional. You said what? But that's not.
Just because you want to be with this girl, don't stop anything.
But that's what it sounds like.
Don't
Oh, so
worry,
if I'm
don't
dating
stop.
somebody, like, okay, hold on.
Don't stop anything because you want to be
No,
with
look, so I'm a kind of person, right? I need thoughtfulness. I need consideration, and I like shit. Like I like flowers, right? I like thoughtfulness. If I'm in a relationship with somebody and I can like you, I can love you. You understand what I'm saying? And if you are not doing those things, and you know that those are the things that I like, my feelings for you are still here, but your actions are also affecting what I got going on.
That's the key word.
So,
you know.
That's right.
Do they know that?
Right. Let's just assume like that's the communication thing, right? But it's like if you aren't giving me those things that you know I would appreciate, that I like, that I expect even, and yeah, I'm gonna say the word expect as much as that causes turmoil, then now I am staying with you and accepting something less than what I want.
I ain't saying you shit like that.
But that's what I'm saying, because like that's like for me unconditional type of love means that whatever you're giving me, we're gonna make this work because I want to be with
I
you.
agree with you on that. When I had the college boyfriend, after he had the baby on me, I tried to work it out because I thought that I loved him unconditionally until I realized like I could not do this.
Yeah, like you're setting yourself up to
Yeah.
put up with a bunch of shit.
Exactly. So but I do think that you can love somebody unconditionally. I do agree with.
I love y'all for that, but I'm not jumping on that bandwagon.
Because in a sense, and this might sound bad, I feel like no love is a perfect love. So I feel like if I am loving you unconditionally, there is going to be certain things that we might not like. Like I don't think anybody's perfect. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't think that there is a perfect love out there at all. I think that there
ain't no fucking perfect nothing.
Exactly. So I feel like me loving you unconditionally is through those little things that might take me off. Like that is something that is non-negotiable for you. We all have those. But if there is something that if you can love somebody through some little things that you might not agree with, that is unconditional love, in my opinion. So I do think that there is that. If I'm marrying you and we are pleading our love before the Lord, and that is me saying, through all those little things that I might not like, I am still gonna love you. I am still gonna text you. I am still gonna.
There's steps to this. There's steps to that shit. Like she said,
I
if you know I want fucking flowers and all, so at the beginning, I'm telling you everything I like. I'm telling you my love language. I'm telling you everything I like. Nigga, a year go by and I gotta still come to you like, bro.
But that's a non-negotiable.
You don't accept that.
That's not something that I would
you don't
say to
accept that.
Thank
Right.
you, because I'm leaving. I'm leaving the second I feel like you're not taking care of me the way that I've laid out. If I fucking gave you the goddamn blueprint and you can't consider me enough to do these things to make me happy as a person, I could unconditionally. I'm leaving.
Unconditional has
That's
so much
so
power.
I'm
not saying I'm stupid.
And like a little
But
thing.
no, hear it out. It is my opinion. I can't speak for her, but I do think we agree on the topic. Unconditional means I'm going to be here for and through whatever.
No.
That's what unconditional is.
But that's what I said. The word unconditional
But you're
has
saying
so
that there,
much power.
but it doesn't. That unconditional love doesn't exist. But
No. Her question was, do you believe that unconditional love exists in relationships?
And you don't believe that it exists in a
No.
relationship. You don't
No.
think that you can love someone
Because
unconditionally.
y'all say
No.
any and everything.
That's
No.
what unconditional means. When you say
No.
unconditional, what do you mean?
So if a person wears jeans, if a nigga will wear ripped jeans, but you don't like ripped jeans, but you still love them because that's their style, you don't feel like that's loving them unconditionally?
That's
No.
different.
No.
That's
That's
way
Let me apply. Let me get some
What
clarity.
you're saying though is like if a man doesn't woo me the way that I want, that's not the same thing. I'm not saying stay when a nigga is not giving you the love that you think that you desire. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
That is not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying when I think of loving unconditionally, I think it's like, okay, you are giving me about 97% of how I want to be loved, but maybe there's 3% that it's different, or we love different, or we just need not seeing eye on certain things, and then, but I still love you.
Here it is.
I
Here it is.
think you're still using a different aspect.
Here goes
Yeah.
the question. Here goes the question. Is there someone, for the people who believe that you could be with someone unconditionally, you have met this person, they're an amazing person, y'all get married, y'all build a family, a life, whatever, everything's great. When you're in that type of relationship where everything in this hypothetical situation, everything's perfect, okay? In this situation, does that person now that you share this unconditional love with, does that mean that there is nothing that this person can do that will make you leave, yes or no?
Then you can't have the
Then you
unconditional
don't
love
love them
relationship.
No.
Then you don't
No,
love
because
them
y'all taking y'all taking the word and y'all wrapping
No,
it
no,
up.
it's the word
Words
itself.
mean things. Words mean things.
This word has so much power.
But your love can change. So
Your love does change.
But I don't think because I love you unconditionally right now because that is what it is. But
I'm not
then you
gonna
cheat
stupid.
on me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
exactly.
stupid.
Then you don't love unconditionally. Just like I said, wait a minute. Just like I said, my son.
Tell us what's a different word.
Listen. I'll back it up for you. The topic of this aspect right now, right? It started with what is your type of love, okay? The word unconditional has so much power, which means cheat, lie, steal, jail. Listen, hold on, hear me out. Cheat, lie, steal. All the above the negativities. I'm still going to love you the same way when I met you.
Yes.
I'm still going to love you the same way when you fuck up. I'm still going to love you the same way we're doing tomorrow. Where if, like you just, I'm going to use your words, all right? My love is going to change. Then it's not unconditional.
Is there anyone that you have dealt with in the past that has done you wrong that you still love?
No.
Facts.
No.
No,
There is not.
There-
There's a difference in loving somebody and having love for them. If I have love, no. If I have love for you, I care about you. I care about the person that you are. If I still have love for you, that means I'm willing to still do for you the shit that I was doing back then.
I
I'm not.
love you without
Right.
limits to love you unconditionally. There's always to my love, whether you're my friend, my sister, my mother, my grandma, my cousin, who the fuck ever, my man, except my child. My love has a limit.
So when you said the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, let's say that nigga was still alive and his mom loved him.
She should.
And she did.
Wait,
And she did.
Wait, I'm saying hypothetical.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
A Jeffrey Dahmer situation.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me say it's your own kid. And like I said, if my son was older and he went and murdered and raped all these females. I'm so sorry, Pocket. All these females and then went to court and it came out and I'm watching videos of shit. Do I still love him? Yes. But you can't go see him. Because you looking at him just gives you a sense of like, how I didn't raise you like this.
But I still
Then
love
your
him.
love
I'm
is
still giving him packages.
Yes.
If I can visit him if they allow me to, I'm still going to see him. I can express my disappointment in him. I can express my fear for him. My love for him, uncontested.
There's
You're
a difference
never going
in
to
can't-
catch me
There's a
saying,
difference in can and won't.
yes.
There's a very big difference in can and won't.
Now, if my man, I'm so sorry you got to do this bid, I will send you a postcard once, and you're not my man no more. My son,
do you think that you really loved him?
yes.
Yes.
But my thing is, my love is never going to get to the point.
And I'm not saying the jail thing because
No, fuck the
there's
jail
people
thing.
who get cheated on. There's people who are
Right.
married and get cheated on and stay.
The love
You
that
think
I
they love
love
them
to have for
unconditionally when they
somebody,
stay.
the love I'm willing to have somebody, I think loving somebody unconditionally is allowing yourself to love someone through disrespect of yourself. Because loving you unconditionally means, oh, this nigga didn't come in the house till 4:30 in the morning smelling like booze and fucking pussy, and I'm still allowing him to be in my bed. So it means I know that, and it's paying me, but I'm staying.
Do you guys who say that, do you love yourselves unconditionally?
I love me more than the only person I love more than me is my son. I am the son.
The reason I love myself unconditionally is because I accept me for my faults. I have no choice but to love me unconditionally.
When you fall in love,
so would you rather? What would you not like? You skinny or fat? Quick question.
What would I not like? Skinny or fat?
You being you. If you was skinny or big, like 500 pounds or.
Oh, you feel like, does he feel different about himself depending on what he looks like?
Would you still be happy with yourself at whatever which one you don't like? If you was 100 pounds.
He's saying throughout your whole life, have you had self-love like that? Or has your love changed? Has your love for yourself
you would love yourself unconditionally.
Has your love
unconditionally?
Yes. No. Hold on. You ready? Yes. You know why? Because of that takeaway, when I was sitting there and I was 180 pounds, and you sat there, you called me for $300, I gave it to you at 500 pounds. That's still the person that I am because I love me unconditionally. Exactly. You do a weight there in there. My physical. I'm gonna answer it. Listen, my physical appearance. It doesn't.
That's why I asked you. What would you don't?
So my answer is yes. I still love me unconditionally.
If you was 80 pounds right now, you would be fine with that.
So all 40 years of you living,
may I
always love yourself the same?
No. That's
Wait a minute.
That's a different question.
When you loving yourself, it's going to vary. Just like somebody you love, you might like them more on Monday than you did on Wednesday, but loving yourself is the bottom line. That doesn't change. So, and I will speak to that just off. I've had a child, right? Before I had a child, I was a size 8. I've always been a badass bitch. I've been pretty, I've been all of that, right? And then after I had my kid and I was 6, I gained a lot of weight. And I've never fully lost it, huh? And it's like, oh, I want to lose weight. Wait. I was like, I want to lose weight, right? It's like, this is not the way I'm supposed to look. But in my journey to do that, what I felt about me, there's nobody who can ask me, oh, Melanie, what do you think of yourself? I'm a 10. And how do you feel about that? It's not my business. I'm a fucking 10. I'm great. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. I'm fucking motivated. I'm ambitious. I got a good ass career. I got an amazing son. I am the son.
You don't count.
No, I do count. Don't this time because I don't.
She loved herself. She was
I felt the same way. No. Her question was, have you always felt this way about the person that you are today?
Well, no, I said, have you always loved yourself the same? Because you guys
but you said it's like the same degree.
Right, but so here's the whole thing. To answer your question, and then I'm gonna sit there. Let's work the other way around. Me? I stepped out the fucking house. I'm that nigga. I wish somebody would tell me I'm not.
Man, you talking about all your life?
All my life.
Right, so
nigga, I'm out here dating you crazy. I'm bagging the baddest bitch with all that.
That wasn't the answer to the
question. When Huggies was out, bitch, you got Huggies, don't come holler at me. I was that guy. All right? But to answer your question, now it's more like, for me, I loved myself unconditionally. I loved myself enough to now fall in love and continuously fall in love with the person I am today. I've always loved myself unconditionally.
But the love,
it varies though. You gotta understand nothing is going to
which is what I'm saying with how I feel about loving someone unconditionally. That it can.
Yeah, I know, and I wish you go ahead.
So let me answer your question with a question.
I just feel like it can change. Like you can love someone unconditionally, and the love that you have for them can change. Like that's why I feel like, okay, someone says I love him unconditionally, and then they're married. Let's just say a married couple, and then someone cheats, and then they stay. And I understand what you're saying about that they don't love themselves because they're staying through things that they would not desire. I agree with that, but I do think that there are people out here that do love people unconditionally through everything, and they just deal with it. I'm not saying
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna answer your question with a question.
Through disrespect.
Yes, I agree with that.
Right.
I agree
so
with that.
do you think, and this is me answering your question with a question, do you think that there are levels of unconditional love in relationships?
Yes.
Okay.
That I can agree on.
Bro, that's what I said when she first started. I said, it's levels. Remember I did like this, and I was like, it's levels?
But the thing is, all right, we're gonna move on past this because we spent a lot of time. But you gotta understand when you use words, words mean things. So if you say unconditional, unconditional means that there is no conditions, no matter what this person does,
I understand.
no matter what this person says, no matter where this person goes, the love you have for them is going to be there. I do not have that for anybody except for my child. And I never ever will, and I never aspire to.
I understand.
Ever. And I think anybody who wants to give that to somebody really needs to do a deep dive into themselves, because you're willing to accept anything somebody gives to you, not even knowing what that could look like. That's great.
But that's also the same thing as saying you love someone. Love is such a fucking powerful word. So you can say that with unconditional love. You can say that with love. Because people love people on different levels. Yes. When someone says, when you don't know someone and you say, I love you, acting like,
if I tell you I'm gonna love you unconditionally, and you think, nigga, you gonna beat my ass and I'm still be here, you're fucking crazy. Just because I told you unconditionally.
Don't tell me unconditionally. Tell me through thick and thin.
All right, so now let's get to the point where, all right, before you get to loving someone, right, and I'm talking about an intimate relationship, you have to meet the person, do things to get to this place where y'all fall in love, right? That is called courting, right?
Yeah, we just get recorded.
With the well, we're back at courting. So, as men, I'm gonna start here. Do you believe in courting a woman?
I have had this. I can't wait to hear y'all answer for this.
And if you want me to clarify what courting is, I can. If you want me to know what I mean.
Okay, I got one.
You want my answer now? My answer back.
I want you to just say it. Whatever the fuck you feel in your
All
heart.
right, so the old me, I believe in courting. That's what your question, right?
Do you believe in
The
courting?
old me, no, I didn't believe in courting because I felt like they want to get straight to the point just as much as niggas want. They don't got time for it. Because I feel like a lot of times it was on some shit they already liked you anyway. They wanted to know what it was about, or they already, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't have the court. Even if you tried the court, they probably looking at you like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? Get to the point. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to, like, nigga, I already gave you my number. But now, I feel like courting is so much important so important now. Because I really need to get to know you before we get to the fucking home run. So before we get to the, what you call this shit?
I don't
What's
know.
after third base?
Home.
Do you agree?
I feel like courting is important now.
Oh,
Do you agree?
so we're clear. I wasn't shaking my head in agreement with everything he was saying.
Okay.
I was shaking my head and I agree with the type of person that he is and who he was now. Okay, so I've always believed in courting.
He wanted to separate himself from you. That's
Huh?
wild.
No.
Disclaimer. Not speak for me.
Oh, but that's my man, 1,000 grand. All right, I've always believed in courting. I've always believed in courting, from living in New York City to being up here. I've always believed in courting. Hey, do you want me to come pick you up, or you want me to meet you outside the building, or you want me to meet you here? I've always opened the door. I've always paid initially.
I was about to say, do you think that the initial should be by a man?
I believe the initial should make sense for what the situation is.
What the fuck does that mean?
I was about to dive into it. Nigga,
Now, I wanted to ask you that, so you can understand exactly where I was coming from. Because what does that mean?
Gotcha. So, all right. So, what the initial is, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, look, listen. We've been talking on the phone for a minute.
This me and you, girl and the guy.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Hey, we've been talking on the phone for a minute. Hey, look, listen. I got these tickets to the Boyz II Men concert. Do you want to go? All right. Technically, it can be looked at as you paying because you already bought the tickets.
I asked you this.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. I'm not talking about you as a person.
I got you. I'm following. I was mistaken.
Okay, gotcha. It's the way you said,
because I misunderstood.
Gotcha.
Continue.
So something like that, as opposed to dinner, which may be, hey, look, listen. Instead of you coming over here or me coming over you, how about we go out to eat?
Now, and I'm saying this to you still.
Right.
Okay.
No, I got you. I'm going to pay for dinner. I'm going to pay for dinner as the man in the situation. That's something different. Because for me, courting is, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dating?
Nope, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Should.
Coincides with chivalry.
Okay.
So for me, they go hand in hand. I'm plenty respectful until you piss me off. Then I give you the energy you give me. Again, I'm open doors. I'm meeting you at the doorstep. I'm holding doors open. I'm all of that. Because for me, I've always known, and I don't care who you are, kid. Nobody tell me nothing different. I still believe it to this day. And if you tell me I'm wrong, that's cool. I'm still gonna say I'll see you when I see you. No woman ever wants and expects glamour, because the simple things is something that has not always been provided. If you can give somebody the diamonds, the pearls, I'm saying this hypothetically, all right, the diamonds, the pearls, all the nonsense and all the bullshit that makes them look great. When have you ever had somebody, and yes, I go, I'm taking movie shit. When have you ever had somebody sit there and carry over polo in the rain? When have you ever had somebody just put their jacket over your shoulders because you're cold? When have you ever had somebody while you're walking through the street as you're laughing and joking and y'all holding hands? Simple shit. A lot of people veer away from that. So for me, courting and chivalry go hand in hand.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, do you think that every situation requires courting?
No. Like, nah.
Damn.
No, but
I want to know, like,
no.
does how you court
1 second.
depend on the girl? And like what you think your
So-
end game is?
Oh,
with her?
please, 1 second. I'm letting you know. Okay, 1 second. It's gonna take 1 second.
You better answer the fuck out of this
No,
question.
I'm gonna tell you why I say no, because I swear to God, some of them already want to fuck you, already want to get with you before you do anything for them, anything. They already in their mind, they already want you. All you can do is fuck it up.
I
You
don't
can't make it better.
I don't
No, I'm
mean
not
you
saying-
knowing the person.
I'm not
I'm
saying
saying
all,
like
I'm saying some.
you see Shorty A, and in your mind you like, I already know a lot about her. She fire. It goes to fuck. You see Shorty B, you like, she's fire. She got her head on right. We align with certain things. I'm ready trying to get to know her. Are you courting Shorty A the same way that you're courting Shorty B, or is their courting situations differently?
Well, that's a
So, right,
That's the
right.
question.
That
Right,
you got what
so-
I'm
so-
saying.
right,
so-
I get what you're saying, and it's crazy, but I have two different answers.
Of course, can you make them quick? If you know you long with it.
All right, fuck it. Listen, I'll get straight to the point. All right, listen. I have two different answers. One, it depends on what your definition of courting is. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you're just coming to fuck, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna buzz you in. I'm not gonna come and say open the door for you. I'm not. Hey, the door's
So
open.
you're not courting her.
Right.
Correct.
But again, I can also come downstairs and open the door for you, even if you just come.
So,
to
and
fuck.
that's when you are courting her.
Huh?
That's
Again,
what you align with courting. You
Huh?
coming downstairs to open the door to your house.
Chivalry.
Yeah.
Okay. Please
Okay.
allow me.
So and then you have the other aspect where every situation does again come down, open the door, acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? Again, just hey, look, listen, I like you know what I'm saying? It's just simple shit for me. That's why I said it depends on what your definition of courting is. Again, if you just come in the fuck, the door's open.
And
It's
the
gonna
one
start.
that-
What do you mean?
Simple
What do you
shit.
mean?
and the one that's curious and want to fuck you bad, it doesn't matter.
It's not going to matter.
When it comes to courting, because I think you guys are chivalry is definitely a part of it. That's not courting. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's not courting. Courting. I met you today. Where the fuck ever, right?
Mhm.
Courting is we're having conversations. You're planning dates. We're not chilling. I'm not coming to your fucking house. Yes, you're gonna open my car door. Yes, you're gonna pay for dinner. This is my personal expectation there. But yes, part of courting is, and you're gonna disagree with this, is dating. When it comes to a
Disagree
woman,
with it.
when it comes to a man, courting is what men traditionally do to get women's attention and their interest. Courting is everything before we fuck, before we link at your house and have sleepovers and comfy little things.
I agree.
I love that.
So,
for you.
so I agree with you. I'm not arguing that.
No, I know, but I just feel like you guys are
The-
saying
no, no,
courting
the
and
only
nobody's
piece-
saying any
no,
steps.
No, no. The
I'm
only piece.
saying-
No, no.
I'm
The only
saying-
piece. The only piece I don't agree with is telling me that my definition of courting is wrong. That's the only piece I don't agree.
Well,
with.
it's not your definition. have to
You
look
told
at-
me I'm wrong with it. Don't go into detail. You
But
just
it's
said
not.
that's what I
But you're
said.
saying my definition is there is one definition of courting, and what you're saying doesn't meet it. It's not me telling
So
you
what
you're
you're
wrong.
so what you're telling me is that you're not being chivalrous by planning a date, by saying
No, I'm not saying that at all. I said
Okay.
chivalry is a part of it, but that is not courting. That is a piece of courting. It is necessary to complete the act.
I just told you I come to argue that. You got it.
I mean, but literally,
What I'm
that's
saying
what we do
is,
here.
No, not today. Not
what I'm
today,
saying
Jesus.
is, before when you said the difference between then and now, before I didn't believe in it because it was easy to get to home run without courting. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Before, like it's probably now, girls that's probably over fucking 30. That's fucking somebody they never even went on a date with.
No,
No.
there are.
Tire facts.
There are no somebody who was engaged.
Like And if you did, it probably was one day. Then y'all fucked, and now y'all just, you know what I mean, been fucking. You know what I mean? Like, he haven't even had a chance to
one night stands will always be a part of daily life. That's just,
So when you guys are courting or being courted, is that something that you expect for something that's going to be more serious, or is that something you do for somebody who's going to be in his vicinity at all, even if it's not going to be a relationship, maybe a situationship or a friend? I'm asking everybody because I'll tell you, like for me,
I'm not giving up no coochie without courting. I don't give a fuck, and that just be straight up. You think you getting this pussy and no dates, no nothing? Absolutely the fuck not. I don't care if you hot as you are fired and the sexual attraction is there. If you're not putting in no effort, you ain't getting.
The only
no
question
vibes.
I got is, what's your initial intention? Is your initial
That's
intention?
another man. I'm honest about that. I
But
just say, listen.
besides what I'm saying, is your initial intention just to sit there and sleep with that man, or are you now
See,
in the stage of your life where you're dating with a person?
I make that shit clear. You're fired, and I want to fuck. But
so you only court people that you're planning to be more with, or you somebody that you just might could kick it with? Maybe she might be cool. Maybe we might fuck. Or is it somebody you only court when you are pursuing an end game with that woman potentially?
I think that takes.
that's why I asked him that.
That takes the initial conversation for me. It takes the initial conversation for me. If I meet you and the flow of the conversation is flowing strictly towards the physical, then
You're not courting.
You don't.
So you're not. So the answer is no.
But what if you were to have courted that person and then
And all they want to do is fuck.
No, if you courted the person that you initially had sexual attraction to, but then by courting them, you realize that they were more than that. Because you didn't even give it an opportunity. You just was initially like, okay, we're talking about fucking, I'm gonna fuck. Instead of you saying, you know what, I do want to get to the physical, but let's go out to dinner first. Let's go get a drink first. Because even something as simple as that, and you spark conversation over wine or a drink, and then you never know what happens out of that. So you're
I'm speaking solely for today. Me and you personally, Lane and Sincere, have not had an initial conversation. So right, so that's what I'm saying. So that question for me has no substance for me because my initial, and this is just Melanie, you know me for years. My initial conversation is never that simple. I learn you my first conversation with you. That's speaking for me.
Okay.
I learn you. If during the conversation, if like, oh shit, I'm just going to knock her shit out the point and I'm gonna get about my business.
So now I got a question. Now you've met this woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really have a read on what you might want with her, right? You don't know if you want to fuck her. You don't know if you want to get to know her. Make her your wife. You don't know this yet, but she's cute. It was like a little nice little whatever that got y'all to exchange phone numbers. You asked her for a phone number because whatever the situation was, but you don't have a read on what you want from her yet, right? And now it's like, in this scenario, would you romance or court this person
to get to the conversation of getting to know them?
No, that's what I was going to say. And if you let me finish my sentence, you could hear what I was going to ask.
You rude as shit, but go ahead.
I am, and that's fine. But what I was going to say was, if you had this conversation with her, right, and now y'all exchange phone numbers, and you're talking, and you're like, oh, I kind of feel like I could be interested in her, and you don't know that she feels the same way back, would you court somebody or, give and kind of like pursue essentially so that she can gain interest in you?
Don't emphasize on the damn words.
Because let me finish. Would you do that so that she can gain interest in you? Now you decided you're interested, but she kind of either is on the fence or not really showing that, or would you just leave it alone because it's not mutual automatically?
Me particularly, even at this age, you got a 2-week rule with me. You show no interest, I step away and see if the interest comes back. If it doesn't, I guess it wasn't meant to be.
Is her interest for you like her texting back and responding, or like her putting like texting first? Like, what do you see as interest?
At that moment, 50-50.
Okay.
At that moment, 50-50. So yes, it's texting back. It's hey, listen, how's your day going? All right, cool. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's that give and take. Regardless of what end it starts with, it's that give and take.
I can understand that. I mean, I've had a man recently where we went on a date.
I'm sorry.
That was crazy.
Nigga drank the whole bottle.
You see
This nigga just shook a bag. My fault, killer. I'm sorry.
Now you find that was jokes. That nigga before that shit.
That nigga said, "Damn."
He's a thought. That's why I call you a thought, bro. You just drink a whole bottle of Moscato before we're done with the podcast. But I had a nigga recently. He asked me out on a date. We went on a date. A simple date. Like, went to the bar, had drinks. Cool. He had the audacity, and I saw audacity because I take courting very serious. He had the audacity to text me and ask me, basically, how I'm gonna court him. I went the fuck. Wait. So exactly. I went the okay, but when I did
I
go,
think we can all agree on
but
that.
when I went off on him, he couldn't understand why I reacted how I did because I said to him, first of all, I love planning dates. I'm a great date planner once I learned what a man likes with like his interests. On my time.
Wait, before you say how you went off on him, who initiated y'all two talking? You
Who
tried to holler at him?
cares?
No.
He
tried to
said,
holler at you.
how
He
are you
hollered-
going to court
So
him?
he hollered at me, and our initial date was we went to a bar, we had some drinks and wings, and like I'm a simple girl. I love sports. Like I sports bet. I am a tomboy. That is a cool date for me. Like it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It wasn't like what I would have loved for an initial date, but it was cool. Then next after that, he basically was like, "You be outside doing things. Like when you gonna take me on a date?" And I said,
Do he want you to eat his pussy
No,
too?
no,
Because
no,
what the
I said
fuck?
after
I got
one
you.
date.
You're a bozo for that whoever the fuck you are. I want you to know, all right? I hope niggas send you the link to this shit too. You a fucking bozo, bro. Because
But then he
niggas like
got
you that
upset.
fuck it up for
He
for
got
men like us.
upset because I was upset. Because I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was upset by my reaction because I said, you haven't even courted me correctly. And you
I
had
saw
no
some
that's
Give me
videos.
mark in the paper so I can write a sign that says weirdo on it.
I'm in fucking shock because I feel like what
Men
kind of
do that.
bitch ass shit is that?
Men do that.
You should have been like, are you gonna spread your legs so I
Yo,
can eat your coochie?
yes.
Because
Social
what
media
the
made
fuck?
niggas
Nah.
Social media and society.
Made
Men
Yes.
niggas like that.
They made niggas.
Yes.
Can we top set this episode where we all agree on some shit?
Right.
Because this shit is a rarity for us. Like
Right.
this shit is real. Social media, society, like these are the topics we talk about on a regular basis outside of the podcast. This is regular shit.
It's
between
real.
us.
And I am 29, that nigga is older than me. That's what I will say. He's older than me, asking me when I'm going to take his ass on the date.
It be the older ones.
Bro.
Let me interrupt.
You gotta go pick him up too?
I met a guy and he was
The fuck?
He was 41, 42. And this thing, I was like, oh, we met, we having this conversation. I'm like, well, I like romantic stuff because I'm very vocal, right? I'm like, well, what are you on a scale of, how romantic are you? He said, oh, me, I'm a 10. Oh, really?
You
He
can't
said,
tell
yeah.
Melody
He's-
that.
This one, he said, I'm a 10. I said, okay, so now the thing is, when a man tells you some shit like that, you kind of got to let them either talk themselves into the truth or let them act into the truth. I left it a fucking alone. We talked for 2 months. You didn't plan a date. You didn't have a single flower, but you wanted to, what you doing tonight? You want to come hang out? The fuck would I want to do that for?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I hope you get the fucking link too, you
But
fucking
what I
loser.
will- what I
All right?
will-
All you, this shit going
But what I
viral.
will say is there is something that man said that I feel like a lot of women, maybe it's more now we want to be courted, but for so long women accepted the bare minimum that now niggas are so used to providing that. And now women are kind of standing on business a little bit more, and men are like confuzzled. So I can't get the coochie
Why
on
do
a
you
date.
think?
So I'm just gonna speak on that.
Hold on. Why do you think the niggas that y'all hear or come across or hear about? Why do you think they like that now?
So,
Yes.
I was about to answer that before you even
I
asked
have
it.
a theory.
I was going to answer it before you even asked it. A lot of women now, all right, a lot of women, not girls, bitch, nothing derogatory. A lot of women want to get back to what used to mean something. And the birds and hood boogers that sit there and accept the bare minimum are the ones that sit there and want the nonsense and the bullshit. I'm speaking from a man's point of view, looking at this situation, also agreeing with women. Again, when you got relationships like your grandparents, again, y'all been dating and together in a relationship for 20 years, y'all just got
21
married.
Years.
How can you not sit there and bottle that and put that shit on the shelf? How can you not?
Beautiful.
If you ever see girls online like, why would this nigga inbox me and ask me to eat my pussy? I don't know him. Or inbox
is
me showing my dick,
so
showing his dick.
That shit is
You
so
don't
Do
know.
you know how
I'm
much
saying
of a
something
turn off
real
that
quick, though.
is?
This is
No,
the
I
thing.
agree with you. That
This
shit
is
is
the
crazy.
Niggas ain't stupid, right? But this is the thing. You know why niggas do that?
Niggas do dumb shit.
You know why niggas do that?
They gonna shoot and hit something.
Cause
Yeah.
some fucking bitch let that nigga think that
Right,
works.
right.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Let him think
Right.
that's what works. So you think
Women
Right.
used to do exactly what you're saying. Okay, the only way until a man's heart is through his dick. So I'm gonna give it to him. And like now we're not like that. Or there is females that's not like that, but those bitches ruined it for us. Cause now niggas expect that. Like, or they're like, oh, you're not giving him no coochie? Nigga, The
A nigga
fuck?
probably took that nigga out on a date. I mean, it's a nigga. A girl probably took that nigga out on a date before.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
niggas fucked it up for men.
But
and
I
bitches
don't
fucked it up
mind.
for
But
women.
I don't mind taking a nigga on a date. Let's make that very clear.
No, to clarify what
No,
you mean.
not at first. Not at first. I like to court my man back too. So not at first, but like when we
After
get
y'all in the relationship.
correct. I am a date girl. I'm the girl that's gonna be like, babe, I bought us Knicks tickets for Christmas. Babe, it's Valentine's Day. I'm setting it up. Babe, and I bought tickets to a Knicks game for my man for Christmas. I sure did. I am a great ass date girl. I took a nigga to fucking
Who are they
shit.
playing?
They're
Boy,
playing.
stay on
They're
Yo, man, how are you not thinking the same shit?
I
The Knicks is
been-
nice right now.
Because I never been. I
Now,
never been to a
horrible
game.
trade.
I-
You know, when I turns into a sports show,
But that's
I got
not the
my
only
own
thing.
thing.
I play real. I figure out what a nigga likes, and I'm like, okay, you like wine? Let's go to Sugar Run on my dime. You want to go get your toes done because you like to keep it up? Let's do that. I like shit like that. I will plan a fucking date. But my thing is, if you're not gonna,
The man with the ring on his finger.
Right.
FYI.
Hey, this is an interesting
is
conversation.
romance dead?
No. Look, I'm just saying, I like the conversation.
But my thing
Maybe I'm
is
gonna
like,
hold on to this.
but my thing is like, you didn't want to court me over the men that I've done that for courted me off rip. I didn't have to ask for a date. I didn't even have to say anything. It just happened. It was just natural. They figured out what I liked, and it just happened. And from that made me want to step harder for them. Because it got to a point where we having date wars. Like, oh, babe, that date was fire. I'm gonna do better.
So
Yeah.
now I'm gonna piggyback off of this and ask questions, kind of move us a little along. We're coming to the close of this. With that being said, courting and romance, is that to be expected, or do you think it's something that's more deserved?
Ooh.
See, for me, I'm gonna
tough.
say I
That's
100% expect it, and I know even amongst my female friends, that's not a popular opinion. But the kind of man that I want is the kind of guy that will not expect me to give him that, especially off rip, because once we get there, like she just said, I am the caring type. Do you understand? My love language is acts of service. I like to receive that, but I give it so much. You know, I'm not a words of affirmation person because that makes me uncomfortable. I got baggage. But acts of service, you will always know that I love you because of the things that I do, the way that I give. And so I
What's the question
expect
again?
romance. I said, is romance to be expected or is it deserved? I expect that. I expect that if you want to be in my space, the kind of man that I want is the only kind of man that wants to give me that in order to get in my space. I stand on that shit 10 toes down. Even if it's unpopular, because I see your face over there, like, I see it.
Because it's a lot of bitches that don't deserve romance. But I agree with you that I expect it to a certain degree. Because I do think that the type of romance, just like the type of love I want, it grows. And I think that is something that's deserved. Like, I'm not giving, a man's not going to give you something off. I feel like men don't give you everything off rip. They need to leave something for mystery to see, like, if you are deserving of that. And I agree on both sides. Like, I'm not going to give you everything off rip because I need to see if you are worthy of that type of love, of that type of romance that I have the potential of giving you. But I do think that there is a level of romance that should be expected off rip. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you.
Man, y'all got nothing to say?
Right? It's hell quiet on
No,
me.
I'm
Let's
putting
go
together my
back.
thoughts. I'm putting together my
Like,
thoughts.
for me, let's go back to, I don't really give a fuck about it. For me, for her, I feel like she should expect it.
But if you don't give a fuck
It
about
really
it,
bothers
why
that
would
you
that
don't
look
give
like
a
you're
fuck.
giving
Yeah,
me?
it really bothers that you
But
don't
my
give a
thing
fuck
is, like, a
about
person,
it.
so I feel like romance is the type of thing that is in somebody, right? If you don't give a fuck about it, like, but you're going to do it for her, of course,
Yeah.
that is going to be given with lack. Because no matter what you do, it's not something that comes natural to you.
Nah, because I like you said, you like, I mean, give it. Did you say that?
She said she likes giving acts of service.
Yeah.
But you just said you don't give a fuck about romance. I
For
give a fuck
me-
about romance. I love romance. I'm doing some romantic shit next week. I'm taking a day
Well,
off.
when
to
I
do that.
say,
you see what I'm saying?
well,
Like,
I was thinking when I say acts of service, I'm talking about me giving it to them. I don't need it.
So you're a giver. You don't care about receiving.
but you care about giving your person all the time, or
Yeah, I don't
often.
need it.
Mm.
So I feel like she should feel like
You don't ever need
she
it.
deserves it.
You can go through a whole lifetime of never feeling romance.
Yeah, because it's the littlest shit make me happy. Like if I tell you,
That is
fucking,
romance.
if I tell you, like what's the name about to come out? Boxing League. You buy me that shit, I'm like, ooh, you motherfucker. Like that shit make me happy. Like I got to say,
You motherfucker.
like I'm talking about surprise. Like I'm talking about surprise. Like, yo, remember you told me
That's
this nigga
Nah,
nice.
that
come
was
out?
crazy.
Don't order it. I already got it.
Do
Like,
you feel
wow,
like you
man,
don't
that's
need
crazy.
romance because you've never fully gotten it before, so you know you can live without it?
I mean, that could be it. I don't know.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because you're not gonna deny it if it comes, right?
Maybe if that is the case, I didn't know that.
Oh, you got your therapist right here.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't.
I
I
charge.
never had it.
I charge.
Well, I dead ass like shit, little shit like that. It's little shit like that. I don't need you to be so romantic to me because honestly,
That is
Well, what does
romance.
romance-
though.
I
That
think you
is
think
romance.
romance are
Yeah,
cute.
like that's
yeah,
romance.
no, for me, when I hear romance, I hear pussy, like you little punk.
Bro, what
And
the?
then I asked him in the beginning, does romance equal
No,
sexual
he's
gratification?
saying you're
Oh, like you're a pussy ass nigga?
yeah.
No,
that's-
like
oh,
if
you
her,
gonna
like,
get some
Nah, he talking about fucking.
oh.
no, I'm talking about like she bought me flowers. She like set
Yeah,
shit up.
he's saying like
Yeah,
it's
like-
a pussy.
If she set shit up,
No.
or if she like
Men
doing shit.
deserve romance. Stop
The
saying that
romance to a man doesn't look. I'm not gonna expect
So give
you
me
to
an
come
example.
out and fuck. I'm not gonna like give you lingerie for
Give me an
romance,
example of
right?
something you would do for your man. Right?
shit. You said you liked the game.
I know.
So-
I want to hear her. That's
Okay, so I'll give you some I did. So I was going away on a cruise for a couple of weeks, right? And I was like, dang, and it was gonna be during Valentine's Day, and I kind of set it up. It was a little new, whatever. So I'm like, this is the last time I'm gonna see him before I leave for my cruise. So when he came over, I had cooked dinner. I set up the table because it was just a home date thing, right? But I set up like one of those paint and sit things, and I had the charcuterie board with the wine, and I had things set up so that we can have like massages after we watch our movie. That's romantic. It wasn't gay.
No, that's cool.
But that's also romance. That's how a woman would romance a man.
Yeah, that's cool, but not too much.
All right. To you, it's romance. I'm
It
leaving
just
that
bothers me
the fuck
that you
alone.
say that you.
No, you
feel
don't
like
have to go past the cooking dinner. I don't need the massage and all that shit.
But okay.
Like it's bothering that you.
That
don't want
means
to
you're
love
low
them. Like, I don't
maintenance.
know.
I mean,
maybe I'm a little bit-
it's your
I don't-
thing.
Because at once you got the dinner and the candle lit at the table with my dick on. So I don't need
You know
no
what?
other
I am. Can you talk, please? Hurry up, fast.
Shit.
that little part turned me
Not
on.
expeditious.
Shut your ass up. Talk, please. Hurry up.
So, I promise I'll make this short. I'll make this short. No, like I said, I was gathering my thoughts. I wanted to make sense. Complicated simplicity. All right. So I think that someone deserves the expectation of all that aspect. For me, I'm the opposite side of the spectrum for you. Okay? I'm talking about you as a person. For me, you said words of affirmation bother you because of your baggage and all that, right?
Okay.
Okay. For me, because of my past, words of affirmation are phenomenal for me. So now putting together both of y'all, which I said, with the romance, I had somebody literally set up my whole apartment, okay, with the little personality love cards. One on the kitchen table, one by the sink, one by the bedroom, one in the living room, and all that. Okay, there was a mural of like awards that were sat there and printed up for me. You see what I'm saying? For me,
I'm awards.
huh? Don't worry about it. You worry about the stuff.
Right.
You worry about the wrong.
Like the
You worry about the
Peter
wrong stuff.
Award,
Huh? Huh? Worry about the wrong stuff. Nigga. All right. But again, like I said, I'm a single person, so for this meant the world to me. All right. And it was.
That was thoughtful though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It was double digit years ago. This is like my first start and first crack at therapy. But that's either here. We're not gonna get into my shit. It was one of the best moments of my life. So I believe, as you know, it's a related conversation. So everything goes hand in hand. I believe they both need to go together because someone deserves to expect what they should get from their partner. Everybody who's ever been along that timeline at that point in their life deserves that. Whether it's something as simple as buying the game, whether it's planning trips and having shit mapped out, whether it's taking niggas out on a drink on their dime, whether it's something as simple as just setting up the apartment where they make you feel good. I think that happens right across the board. So to answer your question, no. I don't think that one can be happy without the other because they both should be able to happen.
That's very diplomatic of you.
I appreciate it.
You know, and with
Right.
that,
That's my final thought. I just want to let y'all know that.
Yes, it was, because that was our episode. This has been an interesting conversation. I think we struggled to stay on topic a little bit, but I think we pulled it off, right?
Yeah.
I was just over there thinking, like, you know.
All right.
I just want to say, unconditional love.
Oh my
God.
God. We ended that. We
Real
ended
quick,
that.
all right, real quick, 1 second.
Oh, I got something for you when you're done. This is the last part.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
I just
Leave.
want to say,
So much for the end of our episode.
Yeah, so much for that.
Look, I ain't gonna say like the shit is possible. It might not be possible, but that's what I want. That's all I want.
Stop drinking that goddamn
no.
Moscato.
I got a question.
Because it might not be possible.
I got a
Might not
question
be
for
possible,
you.
but that's
I
what
got a
want.
question for
That's
you.
all I want to say.
I got a question for you when it comes to this whole unconditional love shit, right? So remember me, you, and Shar, when we had a conversation about friendship, and you were somehow like you would do whatever for your homie Zay, because that's your man's. Now you got a wife, right? This is your fucking cinnamon fucking apple. This is your shining star, right? Would you sacrifice your relationship with Zay for the betterment and the continuation of your life with your wife, your cinnamon fucking apple? Because unconditional love means that you would.
Wait, what happened?
It doesn't matter. You don't need. It doesn't matter. Whatever the circumstances in your mind that would lead to you need to sacrifice your friendship with Zay for your wife, this person you love unconditional. Would you do that?
Stop.
Yeah.
No,
Yo, there's no, just come join us, bro. There's no space. It's okay.
Listen. Well, listen.
That lady on the island by herself. Just
a
come
crazy
with us.
question, 'cause
It's not, because unconditional love
Yeah.
means that love is at the forefront of everything. That shit is number fucking one. That shit is number fucking
what
one.
I got my friendship got to do with my love.
So you can't answer because that means your love has conditions. Because
Right.
if you're not sacrificing,
No, because if something happened,
It shouldn't matter what happened.
no, nigga, if something happened when I got to question my friendship for my
It
love,
shouldn't matter what happened because that's the definition of unconditional. It shouldn't matter what happened.
I mean,
Yo, hey, yo, listen,
that shit up here, right?
hey, yo, man, this happened. We just letting you know, we just letting you know. All right. So what? We hooping tomorrow? Baby, you cooking dinner tonight? That's what unconditional looks like. Yo, they find out the situation, you find out the situation, and then you move on.
no, because you taking it as, nigga, if I told you, no matter what, if you need something,
Why did
hold on, listen.
I don't-
This is what you taking it as. This is what you taking
I have
unconditional
regrets.
as, right? If I say, no matter what,
Right.
if you need something, I don't
Right.
give a fuck what's going on. I got you.
Right. That's unconditional.
You see me fucking out here homeless on the street with sign, you ask me something respect me happy because I told you that?
Yo, you got $3 in your cup. Let me get a $1.50.
Because I told you that before.
Yeah.
Because I said,
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna be here no matter what. Because I said I'm gonna be here no matter what.
If he decides to hold you to those words of unconditional,
But
That's
nigga,
expectation.
you know, like this is some shit go without saying. Even though I told you unconditional, if you beat my
So
ass,
you a
nigga,
liar.
you should know I'm not staying.
So you a liar.
If a girl tell you I'm gonna be here unconditional, I got unconditional love for you. If you beat her ass, you expect her to say because she said
So you
unconditional.
a
Yeah.
liar.
But
You
you're
told me unconditional.
proving their point of like the word unconditional. You can say
No, they're proving their point that they taking
Thank
the word.
you.
No, they taking the
no,
word and they drag it.
you're literally not helping
They
us.
know
out to
damn
this
well
stuff.
we not saying no matter what.
this room.
Bro,
Come on,
No,
this
no,
room.
I know we
We
not saying
walk
no
No,
matter
because
what.
you can just say you love them. That's it. That's what they're saying.
Okay, we're gonna end this episode while the love is trying to stay in the room, but it's leaving. That was our episode for today.
Listen, this right here is unconditional.
No,
Because
it's
when the camera goes off, we still want to love each other regardless. All right? A matter of opinion is always going to be an opinion, whether it's a conversation on a topic. Yeah, and go,
So thank you, Lay, for coming in and talking with us. It has been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Y'all are crazy.
Yes.
Yes, but we definitely would love to have you back one of these days. So again, thank you. If you have anything you want to say to the people,
Nah,
don't talk to them.
I'll be back. I'll be back hopefully. I got a lot to say, so.
The fuck?
All right. Well, that's our episode for today. Everybody's cup is empty.
Almost everybody.
I left the.
Almost everybody. I got tissue in my home.
We want to thank y'all. We coming to y'all once again from the group chat to the podcast. Nah.
If there's something in here,
Right.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow us. We are on Instagram at Related Conversations Podcast. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube at Related Conversations for both, and we're on Twitter at Related Convos. We drop episodes most Fridays, and subscribe, like, share, follow, and tune in next time. Thank you.